Hi there, I'm Fabi and this is the Next Big Rush. Today I want to tell you a couple of things that have really caught my attention lately and where I will be putting my money in the next couple of months. So you probably know that I'm invested in some gold stocks amongst a few other things. And what's happened so far in 2016 is that gold has gone up double digits and gold shares have gone up triple digits as a result. This happens pretty much cyclically, and it happens every time there's a bull market in gold. Now, I can make the case for gold and why I think it's going much higher, and as a result, the mining shares will go a lot higher and there's a lot of upside from here. You should really do your own research. The reason why I think gold has a lot to run is the same as most people are saying, most leaders in the industry, which is right now governments, companies, people in general, investment money is looking at treasury bills and gilts and things like that, and you can either get a real return of 0% or negative interest rates on your money. This is completely unprecedented. If you had mentioned negative interest rates maybe even 3 years ago, people would have thought you were completely insane, and now it's a reality, not just for short-term bonds but also for longer-term bonds. It's completely insane. Why you would buy a bond that would guarantee you to lose money is beyond my understanding. Now, whenever that happens, people have to weigh the risk that they want to take. Obviously, the world is very risk averse right now because otherwise we wouldn't have all this money parked in bonds that can guarantee you will lose money. The stock market is making all-time highs, but earnings growth is pretty not exciting right now. And no, gold does not pay a dividend. There's usually a cost involved in storing gold, but at the same time, gold is going up. Gold loves a good crisis. And when you look around the world right now, we are going through major political changes in a lot of different countries all at the same time. There is a lot of economic uncertainty. China is slowing down. People don't know where the big growth story is going to come from, so they're bidding up the price of gold as we speak. And gold has actually gone down for the last week or so. It's taken a little bit of a beating, but it's been so resilient and it's holding ground when it comes to a very critical line on the chart at 1300 or so. What does that mean? As long as there's uncertainty, as long as there is so much money in the world that people are willing to not get any return, gold is probably going to continue to gain ground. And that's why I am probably going to keep my gold and silver investments, at least the actual physical part of it, until this is no longer true. Okay, so the other thing that's really exciting me right now, maybe a little more than gold and silver, is uranium. And when I talk to most people about uranium, they roll their eyes, they hate uranium, or they don't understand why and how people would invest in it. And that's precisely why it's such a great story. So number one, there's about 479 nuclear plants in the world right now, and there are, I think, 66 being built and more than 100 planned. That means that future demand is there and it's going to increase. Some people are talking about up to a 50% increase for the next 15 years or so. Now, the other side of that is supply. Cameco just said that they're shutting down some production. They're the biggest producing company in the world, so you should take a look at that. And when you do take a look at Cameco, look at their historical price charts, okay? Very interesting. At the very top of the 07 bull market in uranium, Cameco reached, I think, $55, something like that. Right now it's trading for $13.78 as of today. When the biggest producing uranium company goes from 55 to 1378, you should pay attention. Everybody hates uranium. Most people don't understand it. It's actually a very viable green option, I should say, for the coming electricity needs that we're going to have. We're talking about the revolution of electric cars. Phones aren't going anywhere. People are needing more and more electricity. Where is that going to come from? Well, right now, 16 to 20% of US homes are powered by nuclear. Most people have no idea about that, but it just goes to show how much people just don't understand the uranium market. Now, the most exciting thing is the price of uranium and how much it costs to produce. Now, I've heard all different numbers being thrown around. I just checked a report that said that it costs anywhere from $30 a pound to $60 a pound to produce uranium, depending on where you are in the world. But the current spot price of uranium is $26, which means that people are producing it at a loss, which is completely insane, and that's your opportunity. Yes, there is a caveat when it comes to the spot price or the current price of uranium, and that is most companies don't sell according to the spot price. That's only about 5% of the market. That's completely fine because, yes, most companies sell by contract, because when you have an operating nuclear plant, you cannot, under any circumstance, run out of uranium. And so they have to secure supply for 3, 5, 7, or 10 years. But the truth is, there's just no money in producing uranium right now. And that's why new mines aren't being built, and they're not going to be built for years, because the time it takes for you to get permitting for a uranium mine or anything related to the magic word uranium takes many years. The government doesn't like to rush into these decisions, and so supply is going to be restricted while demand will go up as all these plants are coming online. So that's my short case for uranium. You should definitely do your homework. If you do a quick Google search on uranium stocks, you will see a list of them. And do note that there aren't really that many uranium companies available to invest, which makes it all the more attractive. Back in the 07 rush, I believe there were 500 uranium junior companies that you could invest in, and right now we have a very small portion of that. That means that it's a probable contrarian bet. I'm putting my money into it. I don't know what you will do, but I'm looking at enormous returns with this one, and maybe you should do your research and find out if that's for you. If you like this video, hit like and hit subscribe. We're going to be talking a little bit more about how to decide whether to invest or not in a company, how I do it, how maybe you should do it, and how other people have done it in the past. Take care. Bye-bye.